Hi there. Did you know that you can get a scholarship in Sweden that will cover your tuition, pay you stipend, pay for your health insurance, pay for your accommodation, and even pay for your flight ticket from your home country to Sweden? You didn't know that? Don't worry. In this video, we are going to be spilling all the teas on how to study in Sweden for free. My name is Jane, and this is another episode of Studying Abroad with Jane. We've looked at how to study in the US and how to study in Germany for free, and today we'll be looking at how to study in Sweden for free, because in this series, we don't like tuition. We don't like students loan. We don't want to pay all of that. We want to study abroad for free. And as usual, I have someone, an international student who is currently studying in Sweden, and he's enjoying all the packages that I just mentioned. Ikenna is an international student in Sweden doing his master's and enjoying all the goodies. Before we go forward, make sure to like this video, drop a comment, subscribe if you've not. Subscribing is free, it's completely free. Subscribe if you've not. Like this video, share this video, drop a comment, and let's get right into it. Okay, first of all, what's the scholarship you got? What is it called?
Okay, the scholarship is known as Swedish Institute Scholarship for Global Professionals.
Okay.
So in short, it is called SI Scholarship.
Is it free tuition, or you just got a scholarship that is taking care of your tuition? How does it work?
Okay, I'm studying in Sweden free, and it is really through a fully funded scholarship. Fully funded, meaning that it takes care of accommodation, tuition fee, and basic expenses.
Wow. So, what are the requirements for applying for the scholarship?
Okay, the scholarship application is in two phases. First of all, you need to apply for admission and then gain admission before they can process your application. So every year, the time of application is always the same. Like last year, it was February 10th, and then this year it was February 80th. So it is always around the same period. But application for admission usually starts 16th October of each year. So that means that first of all, you have to apply for admission. So which opens around 16th October and closes 15th January the preceding year. So what happens is that after your application for admission, then you have to get ready for the scholarship application, which usually opens in February after a month. So when you apply, then you have to wait for decision to be made on your admission, because this is what they need to proceed with your application. So, but it is important to note that the websites for applying for admission is different from that of the scholarship. So which we are still going to get to that stage later. So, and also they have different requirements. So the requirements for applying for admission are different from that of applying for the scholarship. So which we are also going to list as we proceed.
Yeah, thank you. I think let's start with applying for admission, since that's what comes first. So let's say I want to apply now. What are the things that are needed?
Okay, if you want to apply for admission, first of all, it will depend on your nationality and then the school you are applying to and your course. So for the purpose of admission, there is what they called specific requirements and general requirements. So general requirement, of course, for you to do masters, you have to first of all have a bachelor's degree. So that is a general requirement. And the bachelor's degree has to come from the area where you want to do your masters. For example, you can't study engineering in your bachelor's and decide to apply for public health in your masters. It's not possible. So that is one of the general requirements. So, but for the specific requirement, assuming you decided to study something like data analytics, for example, so for data analytics, there are some courses you're supposed to have done in your bachelor's degree level for you to be qualified, like maybe programming languages or something of that nature. So if they check and discover that you did not meet up with the number of credits in programming language that they want, then that simply means that even though you have a bachelor's degree, which means somehow you met the general requirements, but you were unable to meet the specific requirement. So that means you will still not be admitted. So here they require you to send your transcript. So, but the method of sending this transcript depends on your country. For some countries, the students can send the transcripts themselves by uploading on the website. But for some countries like Nigeria, then the students cannot send the transcripts themselves. Their school have to do it. So even US and Canada. So that means, but this actually doesn't depend on your nationality. It actually depends on where you studied. For example, I can be a Nigerian and then maybe studied in Ghana. So that simply means that I will have to follow the prescription for those that studied in Ghana and not Nigeria this time around. So, but if I am a Nigerian and studied in Nigeria, then I have to, apply through my school, and then my school will send the transcript on my behalf while I upload other things myself, like your international passport is needed as a form of identification. Then either you use your international passport or your national ID card. So, but whether you use national ID card, the international passport will still be required at some point. So it is important or even better to use your international passport from day one. So again, some schools and courses will require you to write a statement of purpose.
So you
So
said that is not all.
yes, some, not all the schools. So it depends on the school and the course you choose. Some courses will require you to upload a statement of purpose. Some will require you to upload video statement of purpose. So
Video.
which means you make a video, post the video on YouTube or Dropbox, and then send them the link. They will go there and watch it. You get. So then some courses will also require you to upload a portfolio. For example, if you are to study maybe something like architecture, then you have to upload a portfolio. So, but the most important thing is that before you apply, it is important for you to, research the course you want to study and the school which you want to apply to know what they require for the application process.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I've never heard of applying using video statement of purpose. That's interesting. So, do they require you to write any type of standardized test like GRE, IELTS?
Okay, well, that also depends on your country. Okay, like for Nigerians, Ghanaians, you don't require TOEFL, IELTS, GRE, Pearson View, and all that. So, but for some countries like Morocco, Algeria, they are not originally English speaking. So that means you have to write English test like maybe PTE and so on and so forth, TOEFL, IELTS, anyone you wish to write. So even Egyptians also are required to write. Just if your country doesn't have English as official language, just know that you are required to write an official English test.
I'm actually really impressed that they identify Nigeria as an English speaking country because if you want to apply to places like US, UK, they will require you to write English proficiency test. My school made me write TOEFL, and after writing TOEFL, I also had to write an essay showing that I can speak English, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's really interesting. What about
So,
yeah.
but I must, add in something. It is not enough being a Nigerian or Ghanaian. It also depends on where did your bachelor's.
Okay.
For example, if you are from Nigeria but studied in Benin Republic, Benin Republic is a French-speaking country. So even though you are a Nigerian, you ask to write the English test because you studied in a country where French is the official language. So it is not enough to be from an English-speaking country. So, but you also need to study in a country where English is the method of teaching.
That's nice. Okay,
Yeah,
that's good. So they don't need you to write GRE. You know.
not at all.
Mhm, so
Yeah.
so aside your transcript, national ID card, and other, what other documents they require for you to apply for admission? What are that?
Okay. The other documents, just like I said, depends on your course. For example, other documents can be in form of statement of purpose or motivational letter or video statement of purpose, depending on your course.
Okay.
Then, because some courses don't actually require statement of purpose or motivational letter. So all you need to do is just upload your international passport as a means of identification, then send in your transcript. So either yourself or through your school, depending on your nationality, because every nationality has its own rule. You get that? So then portfolio, if your course requires that. So that's all.
Okay. So is there like any website that one can go to and see the schools in Sweden, or you just have to search Google by yourself?
Yeah, sure. They have a body responsible for admissions in Sweden, whether undergraduate or masters. So just like we have JAMB in Nigeria. So, but here they are called universities admission.
So the website will be on the description box of the video.
If you go to the website, it contains the list of all the universities in Sweden and the courses offered by them. So, but there is a way they do it. It is not as if they will just arrange all the schools with the courses. So you will have to search depending on your course. For example, if you want to study public health, you can just type in public health and list of all the schools offering public health will show. Yeah.
That's nice. That's good. Okay, now let's go into the scholarship. So you apply for admission from October, you said, till
Yeah.
January. Okay.
15th, yeah.
Okay, so your admission comes out, and then you have to apply for scholarship in February. So what are the requirements for applying for the scholarship?
Okay. The requirement for the application of the scholarship, we have about 5 basic requirements. So, but it is also nice for me to, tell the audience that they made this easier by providing templates for all of them. So that means you don't need to, scramble for information or think about how they will look like because you already have templates for all of them. So all you need to do is download the templates, read the whole instructions, follow the instructions, provide the necessary information, and that's all. So one of the requirements is, they also need CV. They will give you a template for CV. So you have to fill in your CV the way, following the pattern on the template. Then after CV, another thing they need is a letter of recommendation. So you have to submit 2 letters of recommendations, one from your workplace, then another one can be from your former university or maybe a civil society organization you belong to. So, but you must submit 2 letters of recommendations, of which one must be from work experience. So, because for this scholarship, they need work experience, at least minimum of 3,000 hours. That is why it is called Scholarship for Global Professionals. And you also need a leadership experience. So one of the forms you should submit is what they call leadership experience form. So you will also fill a form or a template, which is called leadership experience form, where you list maybe a role which you have, been in a leadership role. So this is the third requirement. Then the fourth one is also a means of identification, which is your, um, excuse me, international passport, which you will also upload to your CV. So your international passport will come as the last page of your CV. So on that page, you don't have any other thing there apart from your international passport. So after that, the last one is the motivational letter, which is also very important because what you write there will go a long way, to determine if you will get the scholarship or not. So these are the documents you require. So just for me to make it shorter, first of all, you need a CV, letters of recommendations, which will be two, then leadership experience form, international passport, which will be the last page of your CV, and then motivation letter. So these are what you require.
There's something you mentioned. You said you have to reach one of your letters of recommendation be from your workplace. So what if I just finished university and I don't have a work experience? That means I can't apply for the scholarship.
No, no, you can't apply.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you see, just like Chevening scholarship, for Chevenings, you also need to have work experience.
Hmm.
So the same thing with this. If you don't have work experience, you are automatically not qualified.
Okay. Can I use NYSC as work experience?
They didn't specify a particular work experience you need to have. But the reason is that if the problem is, using NYSC will not be enough because NYSC is just a one-year program. And if you should do the calculation, 1 year work experience may not be enough to, to give you 3,000 hours.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
from my calculation, you need maybe roughly 18 months, which is a year and a half, to be able to gain that 3,000 hours of work experience. But the good thing here is that it mustn't come from the same job.
Oh.
You get so, but maximally from 3 jobs.
Hmm.
So if you cannot prove it using 3 jobs, then that simply means you are also not qualified. So
Okay.
maybe if you have worked for 3 different companies and when combined together, they will give you at least 3,000 hours of work experience, then you can use them. But that simply means that you will have to submit work experience for each of them.
Hmm.
You get. So, but if you are using only one company, then you are submitting only work experience form.
So, aside this particular scholarship, is there any other scholarship that someone that does not have all this work experience? Because sometimes most people that want to further their studies are just coming out from university.
Yeah.
So, are there other scholarships that they can apply to?
Yeah, sure. There are some other scholarships.
All right. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you making out your time to
Okay.
make this video. And I really hope that it will help someone because
Yeah.
a lot of people are qualified to apply for these scholarships, but they don't have the right information. You
Yeah.
know, information is power. You will not
Yeah,
know
sure.
things until you know those things. Yeah, so I'm hoping that people, by watching this video, they'll be motivated to pursue their goals because, yeah, they'll be motivated and also they will come back and to appreciate you for
Yeah, sure.
making out your time. So thank you so much. And for those watching, if you're still watching up till now, I just want to say thank you for staying to the very end of this video. Make sure to like this video, make sure to comment, ask any question that you have. If you don't have question, just type thank you.
Yeah.
Just say thank you to Ikenna for his time and all these teas that he has given us. All right, thank you so much and till my next video.